Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Anda. If you've not been here before, welcome, and if you have, welcome back. So today is my November favourites. Hopefully this will be going up pretty soon, so it's not going to be too late. I don't feel like I'm central. I'm always moving this thing. So yeah, we're just going to get into it because there are quite a few products to talk about. Don't think there's anything new in here, so it is like completely shot my stash products that I've been using. So the first two items are products that have basically left me insane excuse me, insane, and I didn't know whether to declutter them, depot them, and then I used a Too Faced glitter glue. Now I've done a video on this already, but I think this video will go up before that video does. So the first one is Too Faced gingerbread cookie. It's really gorgeous packaging, but I've always had a lot of trouble with the pressed glitters, and this is one of my favourite glitters in the entire palette. It's called Ginger Snap. It really is beautiful. Like, it looks like that, and it's a very sheer, so you do need a glitter glue, but once you put a glitter glue underneath, it just pops, and I don't know why I never thought to do that before. So yeah, it's really nice, and it also comes with this Winter Dream shade as well, which I'm not normally into my lilacs and purples, but it looks stunning on the eye. And I like the fact that it comes with a cream ivory shade. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that's a necessity for me. The darker shades I'm not too bothered about. I quite like the Cup of Joe though, because it's got fine particles of gold reflect in it. But this maple syrup and black coffee especially, I don't really care for, just because I don't really like black eyeshadows. Maple syrup would probably look good on the lash line, but I've not tried it. Since it doesn't come with a transition eyeshadow, I normally use a Ginger Snap in the crease, which looks really nice, and it's a really nice bronzer. Just gonna show it to you. Right, so that's the bronzer there. But yeah, I've had these a while. They came in a holiday set not so long ago, and I've been trying them out because, like I said, I didn't know whether to declutter, depot some of the items. If I was going to depot some of the items, it probably would be gingerbread, because I really do like that bronzer. I would probably depot ginger cream, and then that would have probably been it from this palette if I couldn't have got these pressed glitters to work. But yeah, I'm really glad that I've managed to do that. And then there is this Too Faced Eggnog Latte as well. It comes with 3 of these, by the way, and it comes with Too Faced Peppermint Mocha as well, which I've not tried, so I've not included that in this video. Again, it comes with a cream ivory shade, Frosty Nog. This Eggnog Latte shade has always been really good. It's just a really nice inner corner highlight. Just swatch it a few times so the camera will pick it up. Right, so that is there. I'm hoping the camera will pick that up. And this one is better than the previous one, just because it does come with transition shades. Like, when I was doing my blog post, I thought this was a transition shade, but looking at it now, it's more satin. It's called Iced Coffee. It's really pretty, but this Skinny Latte one is a really nice transition eyeshadow. This Central Perk kind of like, I wouldn't call it a pressed glitter, but it is really pressed inside the pan, so I do struggle. I mean, it is a lot more pigmented than the other one, but that's just one swatch. Like the others, you can see it's not really pigmented, and I like my eyeshadows really pigmented. And then there's Cold Brew, which is a glitter. So again, I've used like my glitter glue with all them. I'm going to insert a picture here of what it looks like. I've got a swatch with all the glitters on my hand, so I'll swatch it after I speak about this palette, and hopefully you can see what that looks like. And then this blusher here is a dream. I love peach blushers, and this peach cobbler blusher is awesome. Right, so that's it there. And again, the packaging on this palette is just super pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I really do like Too Faced packaging. They knock it out of the park. But yeah, I really do like those two palettes. I'm not going in order of what my favourites were, I'm just going in order of what's in the basket. I'll probably talk about eyeshadow palettes first. Right, so it really is difficult. It's hard to kind of keep track of what I used in the month, but I'm sure this is alright. I don't think I used these in October. So we've got the Revolution Karmic Kiss of Fire palette. Really enjoyed this. I know I've done a video on the Revolution like collabs on which I like, sorry, which I least, let's start again. I've done an eyeshadow palette collaboration on which I like the best, so least to best basically. And I do really like this, but there are some other collaborations I like more. I really enjoyed this inner corner highlight. Well, I used it as an inner corner highlight. It's a really nice duochrome. I mean, look at that. And then, so that one is called Flash Me, and then the other one is called Opulence. This one is for darker skin tones. I use this for just like as an eyeshadow. I'm really struggling to get my words out today. Yeah, so I use that just as an eyeshadow. Which other shades did I really like? I liked this shade here. What shade was that? Dominion. But that's no surprise, as I do love teal shades. It doesn't really want to be swatching as well as it went on the eyes. That's it there. Really like this one as well, this pinky toned one. Well, it's like a pink rose gold. It really reminds me of one out of Juvia's Place that I showed you in last month's favourites. I will link that in the cards there. That one is called Valeria. And then really like Bibi and Yellow Heart. Didn't really like the darker shades, but yeah, that's a really good palette. I'm not too sure whether I will get the new palette that he brought out. I keep looking at it, and they did a Black Friday sale on it, and I'm like and ahhing about it. I think it was £7. Sorry, that's just the washing machine. I think it went down to £7, but it's only £10 originally. And because of the amount of eyeshadow palettes in my collection, I just needed to be sure, and I wasn't, so I just walked away from it. The next one is this Revolution and Imagination palette. Really enjoyed using this, especially these shades here. So we've got Honeybee, Mills, You Know and Get to Know. Loved that quad there. Really like this shade Angel for the inner corner. Didn't much care for this butterfly shade, I've got to admit. I only used it once. Really loved that as a transition shade, that Loving Life. What else? Huns looked really good all over the eyelid, which I was surprised at. And then really liked Baby Girl and Raisin Prayers and Berry Blast. So I used the majority of the eyeshadows in this palette and really loved it, which is, I was really surprised at it. I've said this before when I've spoken about this palette. I actually bought this when I bought my Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette, and I've nearly used practically, I would say, a third of that palette up. So yeah, really like this. Then the next eyeshadow palette, I think this is the last one that I used in the month. I could have used like other eyeshadows, but I can't remember what I've been using. And it's this Revolution and Sofx Ultra eyeshadow palette. Guys, I absolutely love it. You get 24 eyeshadows, so it is worth your money. And I love this shade here, Pine. I need to swatch these. I mean, look at that. Pine and Petrol are my favourite eyeshadows. Petrol is like a duochrome blue-brown, which are the kind of shades that I absolutely love. So that's Petrol there. They're my two favourite eyeshadows in the palette, I would say. And they're just next to each other there. So that's Pine and that's Petrol. And then I really like this trio here. So I'll swatch them as well. All these swatches are on that video though, which I'm going to put up really soon, which is least favourite to favourite in my Makeup Revolution collab video. So yeah, we've got, I need to figure out the names. So we've got, I hate these sheets, they drive me insane. So we've got Cloudberry, which is this peach shade here with fine glitters in it. Really pretty. I need to just wipe them off. So all these ones that I'm showing you now are mattes. This one is just stunning. That one there is really pretty. Then we have Pumpkin, which is this one here, which I really like. And they're just in that kind of peach family, so Pumpkin's there. And then we have Strawberry Sweets, which is that one there. And I was quite surprised. I did actually like Mixed Berries quite a lot as well. And like I said earlier, I don't normally go in for those purple tones, so I will swatch that one as well. I would say it's more like a purple cranberry though. It's not a true purple, I don't think. But yeah, really loved this palette and enjoyed using it. I do like the Ultra Spice a lot more, but I do really enjoy that one as well. Right, so now kind of face palettes, we'll talk about them. This, guys, I absolutely adore. I recently pulled this for Shop My Stash and it's just such a brilliant palette. I actually like this more than I do like the Pixie Delicate Dew, which is quite a bold statement as the Pixie Delicate Dew is far more expensive. This is £6 and the Pixie Delicate Dew is £20. So I would recommend this one over the Pixie. It's just more, it's more pigmented. So if you like a really pigmented highlighter, I would certainly recommend these. And that wet formula where Pixie is kind of a gelée, I had to think of the word, a gelée, this one is powder. So if you do want a gelée one, I would say go with Pixie, but if you don't mind and a powder one will do. Look at them, just look at them, they are so pretty. I'll never get rid of that. In fact, I would repurchase that over and over and again. Right, so the next face palette is this one. So it's the Smashbox Crush and Blush palette. I hadn't used this for so long and then I pulled it out. As you can see, the highlighter's pretty much all gone. The blushes that I like are these two. So I use them more than any other blushes. So that's Warm Apricot and Guava. And then obviously this bronzer is really nice. The bronzer is called Suntan, and I didn't really use these two blushes just because they're not my type of blush, but I do need to actually use them. So this one is called Rosy, I think, and the other one is called Rosette. Yeah, so Rosy and Rosette. So yeah, that is really pretty. And the next one I hadn't used in such a long time, so it's a cult favourite, and it's the Becca and Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop collection. So yeah, we all know what it looks like. It looks like that. And the exciting thing about this, I said it in my Shop My Stash video, I've actually hit pan on this shade here. I think it's Prosecco Pop, isn't it? No, it's actually Champagne Pop I've hit pan on. So let's do some swatches. Prosecco Pop is quite golden. Champagne Pop's more pink toned. Love these blushes up here. So we've got Rose Spritz, which is my favourite out of the palette. Pamplemousse, I've been mixing them both together, and Amaretto. I don't really use Amaretto just because it's kind of like a bronze toned blush on me, but I do need to use this more. I mean, it's one swatch, guys. Look at how pigmented it is. I'll do Amaretto next. Can you see how like kind of bronze toned it is on my hand? And then we've got Pamplemousse. So that's them. Really enjoyed using that. And then we've got another highlighter that I enjoyed using. I've not pulled this out for such a long time, and again, I pulled it out and I Shop My Stash just to see if I wanted to keep it in the collection. I did get rid of one of these and two blushes, passed those on to my niece. So this one is in Goddess of Faith. I think this one is a cult favourite that everyone tends to buy on YouTube. This one is stunning as well. You know, you can't go wrong with Makeup Revolution. Some of their highlighters are just beaming. So yeah, that's really pretty. Highly recommend that, and highly recommend the duo I showed you earlier. Then I have this bronzer. I'm not too sure whether I spoke about this in October. Don't think I did. I think I spoke about the Maybelline one. So this one is the Natural Collection Bronzing Powder in Sunshine. Guys, I love it. I think it's $2.99. It's either $1.99 or $2.99, and I absolutely love it. You can see how much I'm wearing the bronze lettering that it has on. Really recommend these bronzers. They've got like different ones. I think this is the lightest one, and that's the shade there. It's so pretty. Yeah, definitely worth your money. What else do we have? Blushes. So we've got the Laura Geller Honeysuckle. I've been really enjoying using these. They're really like dewy. And this isn't a shade that I would normally go for, but yeah, it's so pretty. Really like that one. And then we've got the Pink Grapefruit shade as well. I'm glad I've got these in the collection. I've been wanting to try these for ages, but they are a little bit overhyped, I would say. I mean, I've got better blushes in my collection, like the Clinique Cheek Pops. I mean, they aren't overhyped at all, I don't think. I mean, everyone goes on about them, sure, but in my opinion, they are so worth it. I love them and would like more in my collection, whereas the Laura Geller ones, I could probably take it or leave it. Then we've got the Too Faced Papadon Peach. Now, this was pulled recently out from my Shop My Stash inventory. Guys, I love this. It's so much as when I first bought it. I mean, you can see I've not really used it recently. It smells so much of peaches still. I mean, I didn't get any use out of this in the summer, so I was glad when my Shop My Stash Roulette inventory told me to pull it. But that is what it looks like. Still super pretty. And then we're just talking about powders, which are quite boring because I can't do any swatches. So this Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Base Powder is really good, guys. I highly recommend this for drugstore. I'm just gonna do a little bit of a swatch. It's just a normal translucent powder, just so I can describe it to you. Yeah, that's what it looks like there, and it is super smooth as far as I'm aware. I mean, I don't think it gives you any flashback. It's just really nice. Doesn't smell heavily of talc or anything like that. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase this one again. Then we have this one. This is one of the ones though I don't like showing to you because I don't think they do it anymore. It's the MUA Skin Define Hydro Powder. I've had this a long time, so I need to probably put it in a project pan. I'm already starting to see the kind of circle there. It's just really nice. Really like it. So yeah, in January I'll probably put this one in a project pan just because it is getting older now and my older products need to go in a project pan. Then we have this one. I know there's a lot of controversy around Wet n Wild, but you can't deny that this isn't a good product. It's the Wet n Wild Goodbye Photo Flashback Powder, and this one is in neutral beige. So good, guys, and you know, it's like blends into your skin, and it doesn't, like when I put it around my eyes like to set my concealer, it doesn't make them look cakey like a lot of powders do. I'd say it's really finely milled. And then another one that's finely milled is this e.l.f. one. It's the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. This is a recent purchase. I've had it probably about a month now and I absolutely adore using it. So yeah, looks like that. And again, it's another finely milled powder. So yeah, really recommend this. I don't think it's that expensive, £6 or something like that in the UK. And there are just a few more products in my makeup bag that I'd like to talk to you about as well that I've been using throughout the month of November. Right, so there's just 4 more items that I want to talk to you about, and then that'll be the end of the video. So I've been using this probably for about a week, so it's probably only like the last week of November. And I really like it, guys. I got this with the Hollywood set that I've recently spoke about in my TK Maxx haul, which I'll put around here somewhere in case you haven't seen that yet, but it has only recently gone up. So this is the Laura Geller Spackle Hydrating Moisturising Under Makeup Primer. It is so good, and the set only cost something like $12.99, and I got one of those blushers. I think it was the honeysuckle one, and this, and them two alone would have been worth me paying the $12.99, just because I really am dehydrated at the minute and need plenty of rehydration. So instead of using like my moisturiser, I've just been using this. I think this is enough to use. I don't think I need my moisturiser as well. So yeah, I've just been using that. I haven't been using it every day because I want it to last. But yeah, I really love this. So like I say, I've been using it the last week. When I do my weekly Shop My Stash, it will be going back and I'll be pulling something else. Mascaras, I recently opened this one. I opened this one and I opened another one I had. I think it was called the Extra Sculpt or something like that. It was in a blue packaging, a waterproof mascara. Can't remember the name of it. But this one is called Kiko False Lashes Concentrate Lengthening Top Coat Mascara. And this one tends to go with any mascara that you use, which is really good. It just gives you more length and it gives you that false lash eye effect, which I crave just because I'm so useless at putting false lashes on, and I just can't be doing with spending all that time putting false lashes on when I know I'll just make a mess. I'll make a mess of the lashes and I'll make a mess of my eyeshadow, so I just don't do it anymore. It's not worth it for me. But yes, I really like this and recommend it, especially when you get it, if the sale's on, you can get it really inexpensive. It's really inexpensive to buy. I've been checking recently. I mean, there might have been a sale on when Black Friday was on, I can imagine that there were, but I checked it a couple of weeks prior to that and it wasn't on sale. So as I've got quite a bit left in here, I didn't order anything because I'm trying to be a bit more conservative with money. Then we've got this Revolution Fast Base Concealer in C2. So this is the concealer I'm using up at the moment. I really like it, guys. The only thing I'll say about it is it's not hygienic. It's like with a sponge. I've said this before, it's a bit like the Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. So it's not that hygienic, but it is a really good concealer, and I think I only paid about £3 for it, so it's slightly cheaper than the other concealer that Revolution do. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one that they compare to the Tarte Shape Tape one. I really like that one as well, but yeah, I really love this. Then we have this Glow Highlighter Stick. I've spoke about this before on my channel. Really like this. I think this is the last item. It's just so glowing. I've been using this a lot over the last couple of weeks. I mean, can you see how glowy that is? Really pretty. So guys, this is the end of my video. The only fail that I've had this month is this. But you do know how I feel about this, and it's down here now, so probably by the end of this week I will have finished that and I can start using my other one that I've got in my collection. So this is the end of the video now. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far. Leave me a little heart if you have, just so I know that you've watched it to the end. So yeah, what have you been loving throughout the month of November? I would love to know. Let's talk about it in the comments. If you've not already subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button down below and the notifications bell. It will just let you know when I have uploaded a video. I upload Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.